Hello everyone, this is Cassie and today is Time Out Thursday on Platinum Scraps. Today we're going back to the basics. Whenever someone asks me what my favorite card is, I really don't have a favorite card, but I have one that I use all the time, and that's George in Basic Shapes. And what I love about this card is that you're able to take all the basic shapes, the square, circle, triangle, rectangle, and others, and you can form projects with just using these shapes. Today I'm going to show you how I created this invitation for our housewarming. Everything except for the grass and the sun was created using George in Basic Shapes, as well as the grill. That's from my kitchen. But everything else I used was just using George in Basic Shapes, including the envelope for the card. And also, to go along with the housewarming, we also have the party favors, which is a paint can. And it was very easy to make. Just found some paper that looked like wood, so I just cut that, slid it inside, threw in some lifesavers. With that said, let's get back to the basics. I like to use Design Studio when I'm doing a demo for a project, just so I don't have to fight with the glare of the Gypsy, or I don't have to worry about the screen going black if I don't keep tapping it within 30 seconds. I pre-laid some of the shapes already on the mat for you, so you can see we have a triangle, two squares, and that's also a rectangle. So to start out, I have the roof of my house, and make sure that you're checking the weld button with each shape. And then I'm going to take my chimney and I'll slide it over here. And this is the base of the card. And we'll attach that to the house. The second triangle that's sitting out here is actually the triangle that I used, the square that I used to put the text on. If you remember the front of the card, and I'll show it again at the beginning, the actual information on the card is not attached to the house. It was a separate card just to make sure that I had at least 1/4 of an inch trim all the way around the card. I just wanted to bring out that brown and green. So this shape I just cut out. I was able to get 4 on a mat, and then at this size I ran it through my printer with all the text on it. To make an envelope for the card, which are also known as sliders. Some of the cards also have slider envelopes that you can use. I just had a hard time trying to get the size right, so I figured if I built one my own, it would be perfect for this size card. So in order to make my holder, and I'll use the same square, and I'll just change the dimensions a little bit. And it was 4.678 inches wide and 10 inches long. Slide that up just a little bit. And in order to get my side flaps, I just use rectangles. So it'll probably be easier to copy this portion of the chimney. And the side flap should be half the size of the length of the card. So this is going to be 5 inches. And then I'll make that the width 0.5. Just enough so that when I fold it over, I don't have to worry about there being too much excess paper. Hit the weld button, line it up. Needs to come down just a little bit. Copy one and take it on this side. And these are the flaps that you use to seal the envelope or the slider closed. And there you have that. Very simple, very easy process. You can add anything from the front. I have some grass. And just slide the grass right down here. And then size it up to fit the shape of your house. And then I added the sun and the text. One other thing, and if you've watched any of my videos before, you know I love full sheet clear labels and white labels. Those are my tricks, and it is also what I use. We'll go back over to the card. It is also what I use to get the poem on the front of the card. But I want to point out that what you've seen me use before was Avery labels. And Avery labels are being phased out at Office Depot in my area. And now they're using 3M labels. Sorry for the glare. So it's the same thing as the Avery labels, but it's 3M full sheet labels, permanent adhesive, and it's clear. They also have them in white, and this one doesn't come as large as the Avery. This one is 10 labels, and it's about $11. So again, here's the invitation. This is the trim. Sorry about that. That I was talking about just trying to have. So this was the smaller white insert card that I ran through my printer. And that's the envelope and slider. So give Georgian Basic Shapes a try. Build different projects. I've seen people build bags and boxes with just using Georgian Basic Shapes. It's really, to me, a must-have cart. And although very expensive to try to buy independent, because most of these came with the original Cricut, the Baby Bug. But if you can grab it, even on Cricut Rewards, it's definitely a cart for inventory. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more from Platinum Scraps.